For this week's video, I want to look at when things get really messy. And that's when you're in a close quarters situation and you're sort of wrapped up with each other here, which is the last place you want to be, obviously. But if you've done any kind of extensive knife sparring, you know that this tends to happen in free-flowing exchanges. So the most important thing to keep in mind when you're in this sort of tight situation where we're maybe doing some like stand-up grappling in here is keep your knife in play. That's your highest priority, which means you don't want the opponent to wrap your arm up like this. So these body shots coming in low, while you can still get away with them in certain circumstances, remember, every time you do, there's always the chance the opponent's going to hook your arm and your knife's going to get stuck here. So it's important when you throw these, you have to be in a position where his arm's elevated and you can shoot it in and get it back before he can hook it. The position that you want to get into when you're here, if possible, is to get their arm hooked here while your knife is still free. So we're going to work from this position here, sort of cover some tactics for this. So the first thing to keep in mind is the eyes are still high priority targets. Because if I can hit this eye here, this hand comes up to cover his face, that's where I can start shooting these body shots in. So hitting the eye and then going into the body after that. 1, 2, maintaining control of the opponent's arm the whole time. 1, 2. The other option is to get over this arm here. If I'm over his arm here, now I'm in a position where I can shoot these shots into his side or his back here. So we can come in here, hitting the eye, following up to the body, or hitting the eye, coming over the top, hitting here. Now another way we can follow up here is using the elbows into the face here. Notice where this puts the blade. Now I can rip back down. So throwing this elbow here, maintaining control of his arm here, then ripping back across the face. 1, 2, 1, 2. Using the headbutt in here. Headbutt, elbow, rip. Now, I've done this damage to his head. This is where I can start to insert these body shots. 1, 2, 3. Headbutt, elbow, rip, stab. There. So, next thing is breaking away. I want to make sure that when I give this up, maybe I'm trying to escape, maybe I have a secondary opponent to engage, I want to make sure that this lock, I don't just release him and fight my way out of it, because he can be coming back on me with the knife. So I need to time my breakaway when he's stunned. So maybe use the headbutt so he's disoriented. Boom. Get in here. But I need it to be a moment when he's stunned. Eye shot, whatever it might be. And then notice I'm stabbing, pushing on this shoulder, preemptively check his shot, then moving over here, flanking away from his knife. So we're in here. 1, 2. I get him disoriented, pushing, attacking in here. Next thing, boom, moving in here, knee. So hitting with the elbow here, hooking behind the head, bringing this knee up. I can bring it into the groin, sternum, whatever it may be. Personally, I would go to the groin just because I can plant my foot a little bit faster. I'm not jeopardizing my balance and toppling over quite as much if I just bring this shot into the groin. So shooting the elbow into the face, hook the back of the head, knee to the groin. 1, 2, 3. Then ripping this out across the neck. 1, 2, rip. 1, 2, knee, rip. Then maybe I can sneak the shot in here. Maybe I can come over the arm and hit here. Elbow, boom, hit this again, rip across the eye. So if you have a bob dummy with the arms, practice just hooking onto this arm, a good tight hook around the elbow, and just start working your drills in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get used to controlling the opponent's arm, keeping your blade free, doing the damage, and not staying in that tight situation too long. That's it for this week. We'll see you next.